In the blood-stained legacy of Hokuto Shinken, one brother stood alone, twisted not by fate, but by his own hatred. He was not a hero. He was not even a worthy villain. He was Jagi. Among the 4 adopted sons of Ryuken, the Grandmaster of Hokuto Shinken, Jagi was the second youngest. He was also the first to be adopted, the first to believe he was special, and the first to fall. Unlike his brothers Rao, stoic and proud, Toki, calm and noble, and Kenshiro, the silent storm, Jagi lacked discipline, humility, and raw talent. But he had ambition and a poisonous envy that would fester into obsession. Ryuken never intended to pass Hokuto Shinken down to him. Jagi was too cruel, too erratic, and when Kenshiro was named successor, something in Jagi snapped. Consumed with rage, Jagi confronted Kenshiro in a fit of madness. He screamed that no younger brother had the right to surpass his elder. When Kenshiro refused to yield the title, Jagi did what Jagi always did. He cheated. But even with treachery on his side, Jagi lost. Kenshiro's strike left him permanently disfigured. Swelling, bone fractures, and brain trauma forced Jagi to embed metal supports into his own skull. His head grotesquely misshapen. He wore a helmet to hide his horror beneath. What remained of him was no longer a man, but a shadow burning with rage, fueled by humiliation. Jagi vowed revenge not just on Kenshiro, but also on his legacy. He carved Kenshiro's 7 scars into his own chest, becoming a grotesque imitation. With his new identity, he ravaged villages, slaughtered the innocent, and spread terror in Kenshiro's name. He kidnapped Aidi, the sister of Rei, and sold her into slavery. He murdered Rei's parents, poisoned Shin's heart, convincing him that Kenshiro was unworthy of Yuria's love, setting off a chain of events that would define the entire saga. Jagi wasn't just trying to destroy Kenshiro's body. He wanted to destroy his soul. But karma has a long memory. Eventually, Kenshiro found him. The final confrontation took place atop Jagi's fortress, a rooftop soaked in oil. Fire creeping closer, Jagi, desperate, ranted about destiny and respect. He invoked brotherhood. He mocked Kenshiro's scars. He tried everything. Needles, guns, Nanto Seiken techniques that he had no right to wield. But Kenshiro had changed. He was no longer the naive heir Jagi had betrayed. He was wrath incarnate. Kenshiro struck 4 times. As Jagi's body erupted, split by the very fist he once dreamed of mastering, he issued a final taunt. But Jagi's story didn't begin with Kenshiro's betrayal. It began long before. In Jagi Gaiden Gokuaku no Hana, the Flower of Carnage, we see his descent unfold. Orphaned by a fire, Jagi was Ryuken's first son, but Ryuken kept him at a distance, never intending to pass on Hokuto Shinken to him. His loneliness turned to resentment, especially after Rao and Toki arrived. He ran away, joined a biker gang, indulged in chaos, but eventually he returned to the temple with scars and stories, and Ryuken, perhaps out of pity or fear, allowed him to train. The manga paints a picture of a man not born evil, but shaped by rejection. He lashes out, falls in with outlaws, and spirals deeper into self-destruction. It's a story of a man who could have been saved, but never was. So some trivia and legacy. Jagi, in his name, is likely derived from Jaki, a Japanese word for evil spirits that twist the hearts of men. His helmet design echoes Tsukiban Deka and Mad Max's Lord Humongous. His infamous line, "Say my name," or "What's my name," is kind of a twisted homage to Muhammad Ali. And despite being one of the most hated characters in universe, he is a fan favorite for his chaotic energy. The power ranking, according to the data book, puts him at Power 3, Speed 3, Skill 3, Charisma 2, Looks 0. He's considered C tier. Jagi wasn't strong, he wasn't noble, he wasn't even smart, but he was dangerous because he was desperate. He represents the dark mirror of Kenshiro. And while Kenshiro sought justice, Jagi sought validation. While Kenshiro evolved through pain and sacrifice, Jagi decayed from it. He turned his insecurities into weapons and his failures into vendettas. And in the end, he wasn't just fighting Kenshiro, he was fighting his own reflection. Jagi will never be remembered as a hero, but in the shadows of greatness, in the spaces between legend, there is tragedy. And Jagi was tragedy made flesh. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment on who we should cover next. From saints like Toki to devils like Souther, this is Fist of the North Star, and every fist has its story.